Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, March 20th, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, Freaky Friday did not disappoint today. Um, I don't know what to say. It was not terrible, but it wasn't good either. Uh, I'll show you the Dow here. You can see what happened. We had a rally yesterday in the Dow, and um, the Dow canceled that out today with a fall of 913 points, almost 1,000. And this sell off that started about an hour, 90 minutes after the start did hurt us somewhat. I'll show you the long view here. You can see this going up here. You see this is the all-time highs in the second week of February, so, and then this huge drop, and you can see here this is where we are today. We're just short a few points of taking out that all-time low, and you can see that better here. Here was the close today, and that all-time low was 2 days ago right here. Haven't quite taken that out, but we're pretty close. And I wouldn't want to take any bets on Monday against us not taking that out. We'll just have to see. We got a weekend, and the news is just crazy, and these are extremely volatile, news-driven markets, and God knows what could happen. Anyway, okay. I'll give you the good news first. We had 12 positions coming into today, and we had something like, I think, $2,700 or so in positive open trade equity. Well, again, just like yesterday, I got euphoric right after, right after the open, maybe 5 minutes into the day. Those 12 positions were showing positive $30,000. And I took a screenshot of that, and that's will be on the website. But then Freaky Friday's bad luck sets in, and that $30,000 started to go down and down and down. And at one point, before we got out, it was actually down to zero. But then it came back, fortunately. And when we did get out, we got out with a fairly respectable $17,339. So, just like yesterday, I don't know what to say. Yeah, our profits were about cut in half, but I really can't complain about $17,000 plus in closed out profits, so I won't. So that was fine. That's what we got out of. The problem uh, arose today when the Dow does this little rally at the beginning of the day, and it went positive. I'm not sure. This may have been like 300 points. I can't remember exactly. I'm guessing, but and that was enough to get us into 6 new positions for today. And then, yeah, then the collapse comes, and we resume this very volatile downside action, which is the trend. You don't just keep in mind when we buying stocks in this environment, we're going against the trend. And we're lucky yesterday we got away with it and got out with some profits. But today I'm not so sure we're going to get away with it. But still. We don't know what's going to happen on Monday, but we ended up with 6 positions, 2 positive and 4 negative, and we're carrying negative over $11,000 over the weekend going into Monday. Now, if I just could balance the books right now and take my $17,000 in profits, subtract the $11,000 from that, leaving me with about $6,000 in profit, I would do that. But with a sell-off like this, if there's a continuation of that, I mean, conceivably the Dow could open down 1,000 points on Monday or worse, and that $11,000 could, it could go to $25,000-$30,000 negative, which I wouldn't like to see. By the way, it hardly would dent our profits for March, even if that happened. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but I don't like what happened. It is kind of ugly action, and as I say, it reminds me that, yeah, this is Friday, and this is the kind of stuff that happens on Fridays. Okay, enough of that. Let me show you 3 stocks, 2 good and 1 bad. And first I'll show you the 2 good ones, and the good ones are all our exits, not our entries. I really don't have anything to show you as far as entries, but this first one is AKBA. I think I showed you this yesterday. Akebia Therapeutics, and we had bought this yesterday as soon as we could on the pop. It kept going nicely, and it popped up just a little here for us this morning, and we take $6,400 out of Akebia Therapeutics, and I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation of that. And then another good one we had was Dan, or Dane, D-A-N, and that stands for Dana Incorporated. And we bought this first hour or so yesterday. It moved pretty nicely in our favor, and then again popped up here just a little for our exit, and we took $6,700, $6,700 out of Dana Incorporated. So that was a good trade too. But here I'm going to show you a bad one to show you what happened today with our new positions, and this is fairly typical. This is TDoc, which is Teladoc, like doctors on a telephone, and we got into this around 3rd hour, big push up here. We got in, but then this bar didn't follow through, and it tails off here along with the Dow, and we end up holding negative $4,600 in Teladoc. And then we had another one with almost the same pattern. I'm not going to show it to you, but it was Tandem Diabetics Care, and we ended up holding just shy of $6,000 negative in Tandem Diabetics. So between those 2 stocks, we're negative 10,000, and then a smattering in the other leaves us negative overall $11,400. So yeah, we had some problems with our entries today, and we'll just hope for the best. But we trade a system, we got to do it, and just chalk it up to Freaky Fridays. That's the way it went. Hey, you guys have a fantastic weekend. This is Trader Bob signing off, and I'll see you on Monday.